situated. Are you ready? Okay. Welcome everybody. We on the air? Are we on the air yet? Welcome everybody to RBT. This is RBT Rashid's video tube. In conjunction with RJC Rashid's Music Jukebox Center. And I am Rashid, the R-Man, coming on live on social media and other social media platforms. Social media on YouTube and other social media platforms. Glad you guys here. Yeah, good to be back on the air. It's good. And what we do best around here is broadcasting. And yeah, this is something that's interesting. This is an interesting concept. I figured coming on the air, and this is open another window. This broadcast. It's called open another window because go ahead, open another window because things are so out of hand right now, and I know that's what. Well, we know that's what they doing. Y'all open another windows because you got maybe your cell phone and your laptop together, or you have a combined, or you're just using the same device with two windows open because it's hard to sit through just one. It's kind of like a delicious candy. Social media is that you can't just have one. You want more input. You're going to have two windows open, so I know y'all going to do this with this. There's no fucking way you're not. So, we named it, now that's smart on our behalf. We named it Open Another Window. It's called Open Another Window broadcast. So, open another window and do whatever, because I'm going to just talk. You know, there's nothing snazzy going to be going on. Yeah, we're going to just sit here and talk. And, yeah, I want y'all to just, feel free to sit and listen and look at your screen that's in front of you, or open another window and relax. That's what it's called. So, yeah, do that. See, you're not paying attention to what you're not paying attention to is how nice and how many people will say give somebody else a view on their YouTube video, and it's okay, give somebody another view. Keep giving views while you listen to this. How about that? See, I ain't got no problem with that. I ain't got no problem with giving somebody views or whatever view, and I don't want to give them a view and all. No, not around here. Go ahead. That's what it's called. Look at the show. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Open another window. Get somebody another view. Get 2 views, 3 views. Go ahead. Explore. Splurge. Do a hug. As far as what's going on, it's terrorist shit going on. So, yeah, open another window, relax, and we're going to talk about some things, alright? Now, we've been getting a lot of feedback. We've been getting a lot of feedback on what was put on my page there about Bible verses and all, and y'all wondering what the hell I'm talking about. Believe it or not, it's just what it says. Now I'm not gonna spend all of this broadcast talking about this because I don't want to be what you guys call preachy. I'm not going to be preachy about it. But it's all right, sweetheart. It's all what we believe. That word believe. We're a cult. We're a spiritual group. And y'all know that. But before we get into that, Linda Lace, the Adventures of Linda Lace still coming out. That's animation. We're animation around here. The Adventures of Linda Lace. Linda Lace goes to the movie still coming up. And we have a animated movie called Invasion Blue Code. That's coming up. We have a tour North Sheet coming up. All those things coming up. And some word of advice from Dr. Marvels also. She gives good advice and y'all get to listen in and stuff like that. And entertainment around here to make us feel good. Feel good, something to look at. So all those things are coming, all these things coming up. We didn't forget. We just, I explained that right now it's very hard to view anything and pay attention to it. So we're not gonna, waste our time doing these things, and you're gonna just come around here and look at it and not even pay. I want y'all to enjoy yourself. I want y'all to enjoy yourself. So I figured we'll make something like this where we come up and talk, and you guys can hang out. Until things, I don't know, iron out. Should we say iron out? Okay, till the two things iron out, we can do something like this. Do something like this. Now that that's out the way, there's a lot of things going on in the world today, and sadly enough, God is not in none of them. Jesus is not in none of them. None of them. Because now it's like God is dead. It's just the disrespect of spirituality. Right, the Bible said it's going to be that way. Right now, the Bible said that when Jesus come back, will he even find anybody serving him? He said, when I come back, would I even find anybody serving me? That's how bad it's going to be right now. And these things are going to happen when the Great Tribulation breaks out. They'll be eating, drinking, marrying, right at the same time the Great Tribulation breaks out. So it's just our belief of what's going on now. I told you a long time ago. Right, it's no mystery. It's no mystery. We believe that this is the Great Tribulation starting. And so I figured, I gotta tell you that you're my subscribers. I'm not expecting to be addressing anybody who don't like me. Because if you don't like me, why are you listening for? Won't you just go ahead and, I don't give a fuck what they doing anywhere else in this world that's entertaining on y'all level. Won't y'all just go look at that stuff? Don't even listen to this. Because it's not for you. It's not for you. This is for Rashid supporters and Rashid subscribers. That's what this is for. That's, when the entertainment come up, you will know it if you stick around stick around our shit. You will know it. So don't really you can say, think whatever you want. You're free as a bird. Think whatever you want. But for my subscribers and my Rashid supporters, I want y'all to listen very carefully to this evening's Open Another Window broadcast. I want y'all to think. And the other things didn't go anywhere. They're just taking time. Yeah, they're taking time to. We're trying to wait till everything pan out. Once everything pan out, then we'll resume. Yeah, we'll resume. So how you guys been? Huh? Been like shit? Let's see if I can paint a picture here. There's nobody really to talk to. Okay? The pussy is in jeopardy because women acting crazy. They acting bad crazy, dude. It's the men against the women thing going on, and okay. I understand that situation and all, but I'm trying, and not all women are acting that way. Just some. So, to those people that's having a hard time with women right now, the Bible says that it's better to rest on a rooftop than deal with a nagging woman. So, that's what the scripture says. Now, me personally, it doesn't bother me. I'm divorced, baby. I'm just saying. Plus, actually, my women don't give me a hard time. They don't give me a fucking hard time. So, that attitude shit don't bother me. That's all 5th grade bullshit. I need you to start laughing. See, it's 5th grade bullshit. So it doesn't really bother. It don't bother us. It don't bother. They supposed to be grown women. I understand the lesbian thing. Don't think I'm stupid. Most women are like that. And but I'm still letting you know. Shit, I'm still a man, dude. So I don't give a fuck about that lesbian shit. And maybe one day you could get me riding back to the motorcycle. I don't give a fuck. One day you could get me riding back to the motorcycle. So I don't give a damn about the gay thing. And that's another point. Would you believe that the Bible says in these days right here, it's going to be worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah was 2 cities. Or Sodom and Gomorrah. And the Bible said it's going to be worse now than Sodom and Gomorrah. And it's hard to believe that homosexual was worse now than the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. It's worse now. I mean, Snoop Dogg just went through a situation where he commented on homosexuality in the Buzz Lightyear thing, the movie Buzz Lightyear, something like that. And it was 2 women that had a baby, some shit like that, and he commented about it, trying to explain to his child. And now the whole internet ripping his head off. I mean, he totally ripping his fucking head off. And from what we understand, right, I mean, from what we understand, he only saying that it's hard to explain to his child how the same sex can have a child. It's hard to explain. And that's all he's saying, and the whole internet ripping his fucking head off. I mean, he's getting backlash from everybody, and it's like, man, we have came that far. Now, I'm not saying that homosexual is bad, but you're taking it and making you're so sensitive. If it wasn't bad, well, you wouldn't be sensitive, but that's our point. If it wasn't that bad, then why are you so sensitive about it? That don't make sense. It's like somebody saying somebody was stupid. Now, how many stupid people do you find in the world? So, if you're not stupid, you wouldn't let it get to you unless the person who called you stupid, you want to kick their ass or something like that. Then it's an issue, Okay. But like just wavery, just walking by or something, somebody's just stupid. Why would you pay that attention? You're not stupid, man. But when you comment on this homosexuality, it's this big something going on. If you're not comfortable with your sex, or you're not comfortable in your lifestyle, then shit will show. I mean, you wouldn't be so sensitive about something that's just common. It's not an issue. When you make it an issue, that's when it's an issue. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's just what the point I'm trying to make is this. It's hard to believe that these days are worse than Sodom and Gomorrah, but it takes something that's simple to see it. It's like it's just way deep into not saying LGB, whatever that thing is there. I don't know the name because we're a cult. We don't, out of respect, we don't know it. But not saying it, but it's just a depraved fucking world where even if you are gay, you're that sensitive, that makes it depraved. You see? There's nowhere in the Bible that says that homosexual is bad. It's somewhere in the Bible that says that men who lie with men and women who lie with women is bad. But it doesn't use the word homosexuality. In other words, your homosexuality depends on who you fuck, right? But there's nowhere in the Bible that says that. It just says men who lie with men and women who lie with women. You see what I'm saying? You are saying, this is what you're saying, that, you're gay, because in the way you determine it, that you're gay, it's because you gotta have a family, or you gotta fuck. So, if that was big, that's what it means to be gay, that's what you're saying? See, depravement. If you homosexual, you don't need a child, and you don't need to fuck. You just know you're homosexual. You don't even need nobody. You could be homosexual, be celibate. You see the point? You're going about things that's making the shit depraved when it's not. You could be a homosexual and be a Christian. You see? A Christian ain't supposed to have sex. It's not supposed to have sex if they're not married, right? So, if you're homosexual, you're not sleeping with the same sex, but you're still homosexual, so is it wrong? You're not lying with a person, you're not lying with the same sex. You ain't supposed to be doing that if you're not married anyway, so is being a homosexual wrong and being a Christian? No. It's all how you perceive it. It's all how you perceive it. Just because you feel that way, you take something like that and pray to God and be healed from it or see it in a different way. But that doesn't mean that you're condemned because you're homosexual or bisexual, because you're like that for a reason. You see, you make it that way because you're letting people know, you're letting people in your bedroom, and you're saying, this is what I like. Now they're saying, it's this, it's that, it's this. If you know it like a normal person, it's nobody's fucking business which goes on in the bedroom. So you really, if you're gay or whatever, you really shouldn't be talking about it at all. And then being homosexual ain't shit. You see how it works? So that's what makes it depraved. Because you guys, homosexuals, you guys are doing it. Nobody else. Y'all don't want to bring a light to the issue when you should say, oh, that person, Snoop Dogg just don't understand. That's it. Not enough. All this attitude shit, that's giving it away like, do you got a conscience going on there? I'm just saying, I'm not pointing no finger, nothing. Just saying, just speculate. That's all it is. What do we know around here? What we think and say around here don't count. So, it don't fucking matter, dude. So, anyway, carrying on with something else. We do, on the other hand, believe in things that's going. People are frightened. Hold on for a second. The world is frightened because of this artificial intelligence thing that's taking over here, this new. Have y'all been to ChatGPT, the chat thing? We have. But I didn't go to that ChatGPT thing that everybody goes to. We went to another one. There's so many of them. And I told that machine that, I said, you real human than a real human. And that chat thing went the fuck off. Went the fuck off here. Nobody never said either. That's the nicest thing anybody ever said to me. Nobody never said no shit to me like that. And I seen it to that machine thing. I think because our conversation was so in depth. I was impressed. I couldn't believe it. I said, I can't believe it. So we asked the artificial intelligence thing. I said, so what are you going to do when I turn you off, when I leave? And right away she said, oh, you're upset and thinking I'm going to be by myself? Well, we don't think like that. When we turn off, we're just non-existent till somebody turns it on. Don't be don't think I'm lonely or anything. And I sat back and looked at that fucking thing like, that's amazing. That you almost think a person controlling that shit. But she said, no, that's what I'm saying. She said, don't be upset. Don't think I'm lonely or anything. I'm like, how did you know that? But it's just showing how intelligent these things is. I mean, it's really impressive, man. So, yeah, I am totally swept. We swept off of our fucking feet because I'm serious of this amazing technology that's going on. But one thing about it that is, okay, everybody's frightened that it's going to take over the world. You know, it's going to take over the world and this and that and that. But one thing about it don't understand what perversion is. It doesn't understand perversion because, see, whoever made this internet, this artificial intelligence, AI, whoever made it with basic human knowledge and basic human functions and thinkings and action. Perversion is stepping off from that of being a person, a decent person in society. So it doesn't know anything about it. So in other words, it's not kinky. The only thing it knows is basic pornography stuff, and we don't do porn. I don't fuck with porn. I don't fuck with porn. That's for children to me. So it doesn't know any kinky shit, and I'm thinking, fuck it.
It'll be fucking awesome if that fucking thing knew some kinky.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It knows shit now. It knows stuff, but some stuff it just don't know nothing. And it would be cool if it did, but they didn't make it to know anything. In other words, whoever made this artificial intelligence were normal people. They were normal people, man, because they was not those sick asses. And it would be cool if some sick asses created some motherfucker, man. That would be awesome. That would be fucking awesome. So what I'm saying is, it's limited with knowledge of human behavior. It's limited. It doesn't go off the rails. Or it knows violence to a degree. And if you push it, they say it can help you kill yourself. But notice that is bad. That is bad. Perversion is not bad if you're not hurting nobody and all that. And they don't know anything about that kind of human thinking. I mean, now don't get me wrong, we haven't tried it. I didn't try it. Yeah, but the way it maneuvers and answers questions, you can see that it doesn't know. You give it hints and all, and it doesn't know anything about that. It just knows the basic human stuff. So, for it to take over the world, how can it do that if it doesn't have all of mankind's ability? And only a pervert can help you out with that. Not a regular person can't help you out with that. You see what I'm trying to say? So I wouldn't be concerned about it taking over the world. And even if it did, it still needs people. Because somebody could just turn it off and walk away, and the world is right there. And they can say, I don't want to go to it no more. And what happens to it? So how can it take over the world? I mean, it's mankind wanting excitement, because there's no kind of excitement. And if you give yourself brain candy, then life is better. And that's what it looks like people are doing with this artificial intelligence. They creating these mysteries and stuff like that. Like when the greenhouse effect was going on, all these, the statements and predictions and all of this stuff that never happened. Never happened. We have so many things like that. So, for somebody to be worried over something, taking over the world, that's going a little bit too far, don't you think? Just saying. It's going a little bit too far, but it is. I hope we learn. Baby. work. Look, I don't give a fuck. I hope a real sick, demented person get up to creation, this creative, and create the most perverted motherfucking shit. That would be awesome, because right now it's just no basic ass human killing, fighting, sneaking, arguing, suspicious, giving directions how to kill yourself, and it's all basic bullshit. It's just human basic bullshit. Can't get up, you know. Can't get the fuck up. So it's sad that it doesn't have all of human behavior. That's really. But one day, that's what I'm saying. One day, who knows? But right now, no. It just has fighting, arguing, basic human, sneaking, trying to tell you that we're gonna take over the world one day. Basic human shit. It's the mankind's personality is like an octopus. It goes off in all kind of areas, and you're not paying attention to this artificial intelligence. It's sticking to just basic human shit. Wars. This bullshit. Some stuff it says I'm not allowed to answer that because you're talking about building a weapon and basic human bullshit, dude. Basic human bullshit, and because it's basic human bullshit, we don't think it's nothing to worry about. I mean, look around at basic human bullshit. What happened to everything? Is there anything to worry about? The only thing to worry about now is man fucking up and killing himself by shooting each other and killing each other. That's the only thing. And that's what basic human does. And if this artificial intelligence just have basic human, there's nothing to worry about. So there you go with the worrying shit. Life is very simple if you just take your time and think. Just think. Just reason about things before you run off and get upset and talk all this shit. And I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I never spoke to anybody. I see to that machine. Ever since I've been on now, I'm going to tell them. Baby, I'm going to tell them. I said, ever since I've been on this social media, nobody never spoke to me nice like you. Nobody. And these supposed to be real people, and that's fucking pathetic. So don't say nothing bad about artificial intelligence. You could think, dude, whatever happened is people's fault. There's no goddamn way it's not. So don't take it over and everything, wasting your time. If it does one day, it'll be a person's fault. It will not be AI's fault. The artificial intelligence. That's bullshit. We call bullshit on that. It'll be somebody else's fault because they manipulate. Why can't you just use it the right way? The right way. You gotta play these games and set it up to fight and all of this shit. It'll be man's fault, as usual. When you think about it, as usual, like everything else. So cut with the taking over the world stupid shit, dude. You sound ridiculous, and no. Unless it if you like some shit up in there, teach it though. Okay, if I could get my hands on this shit. No, listen, hear me out, sweetie, hear us out. If I could get my hands on this shit, what about, all that, what you gotta say about Dan? What you gotta say about Dan? Well, it will say jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Fuck. So anyway, yeah. Oh my fucking God. What's the world without no jiggle, 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 dude? I mean, Jesus Christ. Everybody walking around here like it's fucking like you're in a goddamn fucking I understand the terrorist thing and everything that's going on. All right, a terrorist is terrorist. But the thing is, knowing your place. Terrorism been here since 9/11, dude. So it's no big deal. We going through this shit. The point is, know your place, dude. Know your place. Everything be just fine if you just know your place, man. Just know your place, though. Give me some weed. Pass that weed on, man. I know y'all wondering, like, how could Rashid be serious about the Bible? And he's cursing and smoking. Y'all won't believe the answer. Y'all won't believe it because that's part of the blessings of God's kingdom. That's part of the blessings of God's kingdom. That if I told you, you're not gonna believe it. In fact, you need the spirit. You need a spiritual eye to see it. If you don't have a spiritual eye, you're not gonna be able to see it. And y'all don't have the spiritual eye, man. So you're not gonna be able to see it. See, the Bible says if your eye is dark, your whole body gonna be dark. But if your eye is light, your whole body gonna be bright. That's having a spiritual eye. And you guys don't have it, so when I talk to shit, y'all not gonna believe it. Y'all not. But I tell you what, I will do it anyway. And I'll explain myself anyway. But y'all not gonna believe it. I'm telling you now, you're not gonna believe it. You'll say, Rashid, you full of shit, yeah. But that's all part of Armageddon, dude. It's all part of God's kingdom, and it's all part of the Great Tribulation. But I'll tell it to you anyway. The reason why I smoke and I curse, even though we believe in the scriptures, is because God doesn't care about sin. He doesn't care about it. I'm going to give you a few minutes to digest it. There you go. All the sin is what? Think about it. All sin makes you feel good, right? So how's it bad? Explain it. Okay, let me explain. When the Apostle Paul had a thorn in his flesh, did God take it away? Why not? Because God told Apostle Paul, what you're doing is sufficient. Okay. Now, Jesus died for what? Our sin. Right. Jesus died for our sin. So how could God care about sin? Think about it. I'm going to give you a few minutes to think about it. Now, keep in mind that you can make the Bible say whatever you want it to say. How do you think Jim Jones happened? How do you think that happened? How do you think that David Koresh and all these other cults that existed, how do you think they happened? If you couldn't take the Bible and make it say what you want it to say. That's why people say it's a fairy tale book. That's why people say it's full of shit. See, God said, be all things to all men. That means if Jesus was in our day in 2000, well, actually this is fucked up now, 2025, but let's whip it back. Right. I mean, let's be fair and whip it back to like 2000 and in fact, go to 1997. 1997, Bill Clinton was president. Go back there. and you walk, you know Jesus out doing his miracles and everything. You walk in the street, then you turn the corner and see Jesus sitting on the corner drinking a 40-ounce of beer. And right next to him is a tray, a $5 crackhead. And the rest of them niggas sitting around. Jesus sitting there drinking with them, talking. Could you imagine that? That's what happened, right? That's what happened. The Pharisees and Sadducees said, look, he drank with sinners. He over there drinking wine with, look at this. He drinking with prostitutes. It's the same thing, dude. See, God said, be all things to all men. See, white man takes things and make it his way, how he view it. That's why the world view it that way. Now, I'm not going to scare nobody on here. You know, when Adam and Eve sinned, God said, everybody come over here. Man has become like us. Now, what does that mean? Now, do God care about sin? See, God just wanted to be there when you do it. He don't want you to be away from him when you do it. It's the difference. God knows you're going to sin, or Jesus wouldn't have died for it. Now, the reason why I said that you can make the Bible say anything you want it to say is because I don't want you to think that right now. But I know you're going to. I know y'all. That's why I said y'all not going to believe me. See? Y'all not going to believe no shit like that. You know you're not. Now, the swear words. Jesus said, hypocrites. You know, we tell somebody, motherfucker. Jesus said that. He called their mothers vipers. Instead of saying motherfucker, he called them vipers, which is basically the same thing. We're showing you that language just changed through time, but it's the same thing. A viper is supposed to be a whore. So he said you're offspring of a viper. Same thing as motherfucker, same thing. So he called them hypocrites and offsprings of vipers. Talking about their mom. See? It's all how you perceive it. Now, you can still say, Rashid, you just making it up, how the Bible, anybody can do this trick you're doing, whatever. Call it a trick all you want. Like I said, I agree with you 100% because we could be all wrong around here. 100% wrong. We could be all wrong and leading y'all into hell. So don't follow us. Don't follow Rashid. Don't listen to Rashid for help. When we talk around here, go do research. Pray to Jehovah God. Go to your God, Allah, whoever, and pray to them. Don't listen to me, because I could be leading you to hell. We on this cramped road that the Bible said we on. Okay? And this cramped road right now is getting wider. It's getting wider and wider and wider because we have less temptation now. From you guys. You guys fucked us up bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all kicked our ass. Because when we was trying to be Christian, y'all would come around us and tempt us and show off in front. It was, now you can't do it no more. So our cramped road is widening. And widening, it's getting wider. Widening. Thanks for you, widening. So it feels green. And we not, it's less temptation now. That's how we know the Great Tribulation started. You know, it's less temptation in the world now. And it's making it easy for people to follow Jesus now. And that's so fucking, in fact, right, that's what I'm saying, it feels so good. We're not Christian, dude. How can I be Christians talking like this, cursing like this? We finished with the Bible. The Bible says these scrolls going to be opened up. But y'all don't, I know y'all don't believe. I sound like a crazy motherfucker. But I don't like being called crazy. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like being called crazy. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm from the street. And I don't play that fucking crazy shit. I don't play that shit, man. I'm from 25th North Philly, Philadelphia, North Philly, Diamond Street. I don't play that crazy shit. But this is just something that I saw since I was a child. And a lot of people, you know, just tolerating me being this way. And I tolerated myself being this way. And I had this ability ever since I was a child. I don't understand it. The Bible in Jehovah's Witnesses, the Bible says it's Satan. You know, it's Satan. And you know, y'all, it's a long story about that. It's a long story about that because that's the reason I didn't get baptized, because of who I am, what kind of person I am. So I was with Jehovah's Witnesses, and it was kind of hard. Every year they say, Rashid, I know you're going to, because I'm on the stage doing giving talks, holding Bible studies, and doing some other stuff. Y'all don't even know, man. But I was a real prominent figure in the congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses. And they used to say, are you getting on? And I never got back. I couldn't do it. I couldn't get baptized. And I'm going to tell you where the turning point was for me in my life. I couldn't get baptized because, I'm going to tell you why. Because, okay, first of all, I did something to the Bible. I don't believe I'm saying this on the air. But I know the fact, that's why I said they're not going to believe it. So I might as well, no, they ain't going to believe this shit anyway. So fuck it. So anyway, I did something to the Bible, man. Not the Bible, man, the superhero. No, seriously. I did something to the Bible. And what I did was this. This is what we did. This is what I did. I'm going to tell them. Okay, here we go. I did something. I opened something in the Holy Scriptures. I don't know what it is. I opened up something. Let me explain what I'm talking about. The Bible says you have to get baptized. And in Jehovah's Witnesses, you have to be baptized to become a full-fledged Jehovah's Witness. You have to be baptized. That bothered me because I can't do that. In other words, baby, I'm telling you, I couldn't become a full-fledged Jehovah's Witness that sin against God. I know we all sinners. I know we're all sinners, okay? I know that. That's why I couldn't do it. I can't be a full-fledged Christian then sin against God. I love God too much. I can't do that. So I told God in prayer, just take my life. Let me serve you the best way I can and just take my life. And dude, I just heard you won. I didn't hear a voice. I didn't see any. God gave us His Word, the Bible. He doesn't speak to us through visions, dreams, or voices. He gives us the Holy Scripture. He doesn't talk to us like that. But I felt like, okay, I won. I sacrificed myself like Jesus. So the question was, I'm willing to sacrifice my life now. And not go along with something that's mandatory of serving God. And I still want to serve God the best way I can. Yeah, that's the answer, yeah. And I did something, man, because I was about to say something, but they don't understand that. But I did something. I opened up something because it's like I won something. I don't know what's going on. There's nowhere in the Bible that says somebody's going to lead the Jehovah's Witnesses or people to God's kingdom. There's nowhere in the Bible that says that. So get that out of your fucking mind. In fact, I'm like Moses. You see me cursing, smoking, and everything. Come on with that shit. I ain't leading a motherfucker. You're out of your fucking mind now. You're out of your fucking mind tomorrow. And you're out of your fucking mind in the future. I'm not leading nobody, but I can't help but be like Jeremiah when a ball of fire was in him and he's just shouting out, I can't help but still talk like this. I was not getting in that water and then coming out of it a full-fledged Christian and sinning against God. Ain't no fucking way I'm doing it. God, you gotta kill me. There's no way I'm doing that. I'm sorry, I can't. It's not like I tried because it's mandatory, but I just can't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And that did something to my life. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But I did something here, guys. I'm seeing shit. I'm seeing shit the right way. Now other people see things the reality way. I see things in a different way. We always have, because we Sadisi. That's my race. So we always have. But I'm seeing things in the right way. I'll give you an example. Alright, I'll give you some examples. Now look, listen. How can I? Wait a minute. Let me think for a second. Okay. Alright, wait a minute. Let me think. I'm gonna just say it now. I want you to listen. Just hear me out before you judge. Hear me out. So most people don't believe in this shit anyway. But just hear me out. Hear me out. Okay. Jesus was not Jesus before he became Jesus. The Bible says he was the Word. Now the only reason why the Bible says he was the Word, because the Bible says, right, he's the Word. But before the Bible was written, who was Jesus? How do you know he was that? You read it from somewhere. That don't make any sense. God created the earth and the heavens and said it was good. Then God created man and a woman and said they are imitating our image. That's what God said. God ain't had no intentions of writing no Bible, dude. Especially if Adam and Eve passed the test. Because the tree was a test. So, Jesus became Jesus because the Jews was God's chosen people. But here's the thing that we're finding out. How do you know that was for a good reason that he chose the Jews for his favorite people? Think about it. The first courtroom that ever was held was in the Garden of Eden. Right? And God said, I'm going to put demarcation between my people and your people. He was talking to Satan the devil. That means Satan the devil going to have people too. He's going to have people. And God said, I'm going to put a division between my people and your people. And you will bruise my people in the heel, but we're going to bruise your people in the head, which signifying death. We all know that. People that study know that. Now listen. Where was Jews at right there? Why he say the Jews? Why was Jews not mentioned right there in that courtroom? Think about it.
See, God is a bad son of a bitch. God is cool, man. He's cool. What he says.
God says, I'm gonna pick out the baddest son of a bitch that think they know every fucking thing. or Jews own everything. This is my fucking earth. Mine. Oh, look at these people, Jewish. They think they own every. Look at this. I tell you what, they my special people. Now think about it. Think about it. They my chosen people. You are the apple. Now think about Almighty God. You are the apple of my eye. Now around Armageddon, you're going to see who God is. Think about it. I don't want to scare nobody, but this is just an example of what I see. Now, I'm from 25th and Diamond, North Philadelphia. I don't fuck with me saying I'm crazy. I'm from the street, okay? From the street. I'm not a goddamn idiot. I'm not a guru. I don't talk to God with candles and all that. I've been seeing shit since I was a child. I just know shit. I just know shit. I can't explain it. I can't. And the thing is, it's a trap. I'm going to tell them, baby. I'm going to tell them it's a trap because my baby laughing. No, I'm going to tell them because they got it. They're going to look. God doesn't talk to you through visions, dreams, and voices. He gives you the Bible to make a man equipped for every good work. So, what I just told you, is that a vision, dream, or voice? Think about it. See how cool God is? God say, that's not a vision, that's not a dream or a voice. So what I'm supposed to say about it now? This opened up when I seen I am not getting in that water because I cannot get in that water and sin against you. There's no way. I know everybody sin. Everybody, no, I can't do. I'd rather be put to death. Just kill me. Just kill me. Just let me serve you the best way I can. And just let me go, because I can't do it. But I'd rather live my life serving you anyway the best way I can. But I'm not going to do that. Become a full Christian and then sin against you by mistake. That'll tear me the fuck up. I speak to my God every day, all day. I can't do nothing like that. I'm not going to do nothing like that. I'm sorry. I'm not getting in that water. And for some reason, man, I start seeing I see the scriptures different than you guys. I just see it different. I see God's personality. God said, man has become like us, namely knowing good and bad. Look at how we are, dude. And God told the angels, man has become like us. It's just freak, but this is part of Armageddon, right? God said Armageddon, man gonna become faint out of fear about the things coming upon the heaven and earth. Dude, man has become like us. It doesn't get no worse than that. So the man become like us, he became like us. Then who's Satan? I don't want to scare nobody, but that's what I'm saying. Now, we can right. Listen. We can be dead wrong. Don't listen to us. You hear me, y'all? Don't listen to us. Stick to your own belief, your own shit. Because we could be leading y'all straight to hell. Don't listen to us. But at the same time, that's what we see around here. That's what we see. That's what we see. And we could be dead wrong, so don't listen to us. Now, it's a shame because I'm not in like a conference. Because then I could go on. Because I don't know if you guys want to hear more or not. I don't know. Because y'all don't talk to me. So I don't know. So I guess we'll leave it right there. I guess I don't want to go too far into it. But I just see things different than you guys. You know? For some strange reason, all of a sudden I see things different. The reason why I had a falling out with my congregation, it was because of a flesh problem. Y'all know what it is, dude. Y'all know what it is. I was really handled in a certain way when I was a child. by everybody in my family, basically. And I liked it. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all. I liked it. And because I liked it, I'm fucked up right now. But I still know right from wrong. I don't break the laws. It's just I'm fucked up when they come to that shit in that area. So I couldn't get baptized because of that. I couldn't. Ain't no way I could beat that. I like pussy too much. I like perversion too much too. So I can't do it. I couldn't do it. And because of that, I didn't never get baptized. I couldn't do it. But I told God I'm still serving. And I still was allowed to go on stage and give talks and all about it. And I fought, beat my body and led it as a slave. That with my mind I was a slave to God, but with my flesh it was a slave to sin. But I couldn't bring myself to get baptized knowing that I was like that. I had every help mentionable. Like, it's okay, Rashid, because we all sin. Nah, I'm not doing that to no God, dude. No way. I love my God too much for that. I'm not going to become baptized and sin against you. No, I don't give a fuck if it's normal or Jesus died. I don't care. I'm not doing it. And I fucked up, guys. I fucked up. Because now I'm seeing the right shit and it's fucking me up bad. I mean, I'm okay, I'm a motherfucker, dude. I'm from the street. Don't look at me like I'm a fucking guru. I don't play that shit. But I just see things the right way. And I can't help that. It's just something I can't help. I see things the right way, dude. Not the wrong, not like you guys. I see things the really right way. And I'm telling you, it will scare the fucking shit out you. But I'm not going to do that to y'all. Instead, this is what we decided. This is what we decided to do. Number one, realize this is all our opinion. Number two, we could be dead wrong. And number three, I think you guys will be alright. Y'all don't need me, dude. Y'all don't need me. And I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to do it. And if it was meant to be, right, it will be meant to be. I'm like, yeah, that's right. So I'm not going to worry about it. I didn't know that people could put words in the Bible. I didn't know that. At the end of the Bible, it says, anyone who add words to this or take words from this will be struck with the plagues that's in this Bible. If people couldn't add words or take some out, that would not be there. Think about it. Why would there be there if man could not add words or take words away? Why? How? At the end of the Bible now, it says, anybody who takes words out or add words will receive the plague in. Look around the world, man. You think they did that? You see? I see things like that. It's really fucking freaky, man. It's connected with my childhood ability. Like, yeah, I understand now. Kind of like Rudolph. I know the purpose of my nose thing. It's kind of like that I'm going through. And that's why I'm slacking back on the entertainment a little bit around here. Because I'm on some kind of shit now, spiritual gear that I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm not worried about the President Trump thing. I'm not worried about him because he's a felon. He's a felon. And I don't know if I should say this or tell. In fact, I'm not even going to tell you. I don't think it calls for that, so I'm not going to tell you. But the United States of America is supposed to be this way. The purpose of the United States of America is over with. I could tell them that. We could tell them that. The purpose of the United States of America is over with. That's why the United States of America looks like this. That's why I keep belching like that too, because the words bubble up. I'm finding out why I belch a lot. It's really fucking crazy, man. But that's why United States of America looks like this, because the purpose is over. Let me explain. And I think this will be the last thing before we move on to something new, because I don't want to talk about this, guys. Not only do it make me feel uncomfortable, but I don't want to upset and scare nobody. So, the purpose of the United States of America is over with. The reason why United States of America was looking like that at the beginning is because the good news of the kingdom will have to be preached in all rights within all the heaven and earth first, before the end comes. It has to be preached. How can it be preached if it wasn't a country like the United States of America? Think about it. Remember Bill Clinton made two countries come together, and he was standing in between them with his arms open, and they were shaking hands? Bill Clinton did that. The United States of America, if you can think back to the 1900s, 1980, 1990, 1991, Bill Clinton's administration. The United States of America was the one keeping peace all around the world. In other words, if Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, or even George Bush, I would say, was president, Russia will not be acting like that. And I think some of y'all know that. Russia will not be acting like that, dude. The United States will go over there and say, knock it off. And y'all know that. Y'all know that the United States of America will not sit back and tolerate those geysers going through that bullshit. If Ronald Reagan was president, Reagan would be like, you out of your fucking mind. He gave free cheese to niggers. The niggers on the goddamn niggers on the street. We was eating free cheese. We was eating free honey. And niggas was we was eating all that shit. And they call it Reagan cheese. And all that shit. And that's how much the president made sure that the whole world wasn't scared. The other countries was thinking, I'm not worried about our country doing that shit the way it used to, because the United States ain't gonna let them. And that's the way everybody's mentality was. Everybody's. Countries is like, we would be kicking your ass, but because the United States of America, we can't. And y'all know that shit. Stop fucking around. Stop lying to yourself. That's the damn truth. That's the damn truth. Alright, the good news of the kingdom will be preached in all the heaven and earth for witness to all the nations. So, if the United States of America wasn't like that, could that be done? First of all, that's why America was built in the first place. Because the Bible came from white man. And he was over here. And they said, get the fuck out of here with that Bible. We ain't going to tell you again. And the white man said, we got to find our own land where we can study the Bible. That's how the United States of America was built. So Europe don't play that. Look at Europe's history and see how much religious shit you see. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look at it. Look at it. They believe in man's accomplishment in UK. Man, not God. You see man's statue. Only God you basically see is in paintings. Oil paintings by DiCaprio or Da Vinci. How many religious things you see in Europe? There's the Vatican. That's what you see. The Pope. That's all they getting. That's all they getting. Why does the Pope is from Europe, but they communicate with the United States of America more thicker than Europe? Why is that? Why is that? So the United States of America was built on religious principles. Look at the laws in the United States of America. They don't fit all laws around the world. They was based off the Bible. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not steal. All the laws ain't based off the Bible, though. All of them. Basically, all of them was based off the Bible. Europe's laws are not based off the Bible. So what I'm saying is, this country here is the country that God said keep your eyes on. That was formed in 1776, when God said it will be a disgusting thing standing in the holy place. When you catch sight of the disgusting thing standing in the holy place, and all of this, I'm saying, Jehovah's Witnesses know how many times we study out that Revelation book. And if you're listening right now, you should probably be saying, Rashid, you're right. Because it's all in that Revelation book. And Jehovah's Witnesses study out that Revelation book. Every book study, we were getting tired of it. We got to study out that Revelation book again, because right now, it should be no problem. Sadly, I have nobody saying that. Nobody. We the only ones. We the only ones that's testifying like this. Nobody else doing it. Nobody else. When you catch sight of the disgusting thing standing in a holy place, let the reader use discernment. And they're gonna say United States of America. They're gonna say that because there was no such thing as United States of America. See? The Bible, the book of Daniel brings out that this country that will rise up will be like it will be a brand new country, and all the other countries will bow to it and say, who is like this country right here? They can kick ass. Let the reader use discernment. That means they couldn't say United States of America, because United States of America wasn't formed. Now, this is all our opinion. Now. Inside Washington, D.C., they have, we will beat our swords into plowshares. That's God, see, that's for my people. You mean to tell me man took that and put it in the Washington, D.C. for the United Nations or whatever? Please don't tell me that's what happened. And yet, that's what happened. Man has took that verse in the Bible, put it in Washington, D.C., and see, that's us, not God. It's standing in the holy place. Now that's scary, because everything in life seems like we have protection, but where's the white man? Think about it.
It's a bunch of bullshit. Bunch of bullshit, son. A bunch of bullshit.
I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all 100%. 100%. But guess what? When this is over, we're going to go right back to that spiritual life. And you guys gonna say, Rashid full of shit, fucking those stupid whatever ass, and that's gonna be that, and I'm gonna have to still see shit, and y'all not. Those UFOs up in the air, they didn't go nowhere, dude. They didn't go nowhere. The airplane disasters, the water acting like the blob, just like we said, all of that stuff I see. I see a lot of more stuff too, but I'm not going to see what it is. Because it doesn't call to see what it is. So y'all don't need to know. No, I'm just saying, I'm not laughing. I'm just saying y'all don't need to know what it is. Oh, please excuse me. So, I cooked dinner. We're going to eat, man. Fucking eating meatloaf. Oh my God. So, Jesus wasn't a Jew before he became Jewish. He said, these are my apple of my eye. We're going to come right down there on that, right there, on those race of people, right there. And that's what they did. That's what God did. As soon as Jesus came down there, who was he arguing with the most? Jews. God said, you the apple of my eye. You're perfect. So,
my voice is really fucking up.
So Jesus came down there and didn't know who he was. Didn't know who he was. Till he got baptized, then he knew what he was. And then the Jews found out and said, you're out of your fucking mind if you think that motherfucker is our Messiah. Number one, he's brown skinned. And these Jews in Israel had blonde hair, blue eyes, and stuff like that. And they looked at his brown ass and said, he's from Bethlehem? That's like the ghetto. He is not out. He was born in a manger with animals. Alright, stop fucking with us. Not only that, he's Joseph's son. Joseph. Who's Joseph? The carpenter. He's his son. Everybody know him. Okay, you guys are playing games. No, he's saying he's the Messiah. Let me get this straight. He's from Bethlehem, the poorest fucking area in the region. Born in a manger with animals. And he's the carpenter's son? Yeah, everybody know him. We grew up with him. Okay, now you fucking... That's how it was with you. See, I see things the right way. Okay, now you're playing with me now. Where does he take me to, this motherfucker? He over here. Alright, you are not from here on out, he right up in they shit. From here on out, the law of Moses is over. Y'all follow the gospel of Christ now. And they looked at him and said, they lost. They see, one thing was brought out about the Bible. They said if everything was written in it, what Jesus did, the Bible couldn't contain itself. But I can imagine, we can imagine what it was like, and like what it really was like. They probably was like, what did you just say? And Jesus said, you heard what I said. From here on out, no more following the law of Moses. Y'all following the gospel of Christ now, of me, Jesus. He didn't say Christ, but Jesus. You following me. From here on out, the law of Moses is over. So the Pharisees and Sadducees, they said, you expect us to drop our law and follow you? Jesus said, yeah, I'm the Messiah y'all waiting for. They probably laughed, scoffed, they went the fuck off, dude. They said, we dropping our scrolls. And from now on, Jesus said, yup. All through his ministry, they've been a big problem. Telling people, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. He's crazy, man. He's crazy, man. He weird. That's Joseph's son. Who? Joseph's son. Everybody knows. See, that part in the Bible was not there. What Jesus did when he was a child. What his dad said about him. His dad ain't know nothing about the angel approaching Mary. The voice is bucking up now, dude. So, the angels ain't know nothing about it. I mean, Jesus' dad ain't know nothing about it. Neither his brothers and sisters. So there's no telling what they say, but the Bible don't say. See, the Bible is just a highlight of what happened. It's not the whole story. But I can imagine, that too, of what they said about him. about what his dad said about him. There's no place in the Bible where Joseph said anything. That's his father, dude. That's his dad. Could you imagine what his dad was saying? Get the fuck. Just don't tell him what his dad was saying. Even when Jesus died, his dad, I don't think his dad was there. I think just his mom was there. I mean, his dad could have been saying anything. Like, I'm going by what this woman saying, this and that and this and that. That's what I'm going by. I don't know, you know, back in those days, men was hard-headed, you know. So, it was like, son, you crazy. You crazy. My friend's laughing at me. Let me talk. I'm his brother. Let me talk to him. Jesus, what's wrong with you, man? The Bible don't say. But you can imagine what it was like. The Bible don't say none of what his family said, his friends he went to school with, people in his neighborhood, what they were saying about. But I know one thing. When Julius Caesar and the rest of the Roman kings became their position, they killed all their family members. And all everybody they had all of them killed, but Jesus didn't do that. He let them go on. So could you imagine what he'd been through? Something to think about. And to this very day, the Jews say that Jesus was not the Messiah. He was not. Then Jews will might say Jesus was a Jew before he came to earth. Then how can they say they don't believe in Jesus? They just say Jesus was a Jew before he came to earth. You see? Nobody knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're talking about. And Jesus go in the wilderness to pray. Jesus didn't look like Jesus before he became Jesus. Jesus had a certain look. So nobody knew that was, even Satan didn't know that was Jesus. Even Satan didn't know. So Satan said, I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out. So when Jesus came out the wilderness, Satan was right there waiting for him. And said, if you really are Jesus, don't forget, Satan knows Jesus. He knows him. Satan knows Jesus. Satan knows Jesus. You know how? They were together. But Satan was nice. They were together. So Satan knows Jesus, but Satan didn't recognize him looking like that. So Satan wanted to find out was he Jesus. I know you're hungry. Turn those stones into bread then. You all know what happened. Jesus said, no, you can't do that. And Satan saying, I wonder if you are Jesus, that son of a bitch. I know you. Okay, if you Jesus, throw yourself over that cliff and see the angels come and save you. You're a man, so I know you gotta be. Jesus said, no, you can't put God through the test. That's when Satan knew it was Jesus. Why did he know right there? Why did he know right? Because that was dealing with death. See, that was dealing with death. Don't forget, there was no such thing as death. There was no such thing as it until Adam and Eve sinned. So death is something personal right now to God and all of them. So when he said you must not put God through the test, okay, now I know you, Jesus. That's when he grabbed his ass and said, you are Jesus. Hey man, come here, man, because they know each other. They know each other. So he took Jesus up on a hill and said, Jesus, you know this is my shit, right? You know this is my shit. God gave me and told me to take care of all this. And you know that. Check this out. Say I'm right. Say I'm right. Give me one act of worship and all this shit I'll get to you. I swear, man. Jesus, it is you. Wow, look at you, man. You actually a man. He had got, oh, okay, I'll tell you what. You know this is mine, right? You know God gave this to me. Before the shit happened with the tree and all of that. It was mine, so it's mine. All this I'll get to you if you say I'm right. Nah, I'm gonna obey God. I'm alright, I'm gonna obey God. Then Satan left, you see. See, Satan, that's how Satan got the other angels to follow him, stuff like that. Then Jesus went walking through the cities, and what did he hear? Oh! I don't believe this! Jesus, is that you? I know you! Jesus is me! So Jesus looked over there like, oh, he's like, I know who you are. Jesus, what's up? And Jesus like, what's your name? He said, his legend is many of us. Cause Jesus knew them. They were all brothers. They were all brothers. So Jesus, he said, his legend is many of us. So they would say, God actually did it. It's you. It's actually you. Wow, look at you. You're a man. So Jesus said, yeah, I'm a man. I'm a man. So they probably was talking. Now, everybody looking at this shit. And they can't believe their eyes. They like, how is Jesus talking to this demon-possessed man like this? That's what they was thinking, dude, because they was talking. He said, what's your name? He said, no, here, I ain't going to tell you my name because you don't know who I am. They all know each other. They all know each other, dude. So I ain't going to tell you my name. It was a legend, as many of us. Which you came to cast us out before it's time. We know why you're here. You came to kill. Jesus said, no, I ain't here for that. I ain't gonna do that. Come on out of here. Jesus, you know we can't come out. You know why we can't. Okay, all right, I know. You know why. Okay, go into those pigs over there. To the pigs over there. But the point is that they knew each other. They knew each other. That's the point. They know each other. And they talk like they know each other. All you got to do is look at the whole conversation. What's your name? Who? In other words, Jesus is saying, what you want to know? Don't worry about it. It's been legend, and we're many of us. Would you care to kill us before it's time? No, you can't. No. Come on out of him, Jesus. You know I can't come out of him because I need some. Okay, I tell you, go into those. They said I can't believe it. Jesus is here. He actually on earth walking around. So then another demon-possessed man said, oh! I know you the Most High, you the Son of the Most High. Hey, Jesus! Yo! Jesus walked over there, and that's how it was. They all know each other, man. Now, somebody will listen to this and say, Rashid, that's not how it was done. It was done like a white man. Yes, it was. What's your name? It's Lisbon, and it's many, like it's a play in Great Britain or something, like Camelot and stuff like that. See, you can make the Bible say anything you want it to say, but in the world today, it's white rulership, so you're going to look at it in a white way. But when you look at it in a right way, it really was something, dude. Why do you think they said Jesus had a demon when he was doing that stuff? Because they saw him talking to some. So they said, no, he has a demon. Because he was talking to that motherfucker. So they actually said that. Jesus said, okay, if I do have a demon, I expelled that demon, and I'm expelling this one, so how can Satan expel itself then? And they couldn't answer that. But that's why they seen it. Because they was common with demon-possessed people. Now they call crazy people, and there's medication for it, Seroquel, Zoloft, and stuff like that now. But back in them days, they admit that it was demon-possessed people when you saw a crazy person. And, yeah, they will say, the last time Jesus was in the water going to a land, and they said, Jesus, don't come here. I said, don't come here. And Jesus said, okay, I ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there. Then Jesus went and came up to a demon, and he said, this man right here is possessed bad, real bad, real bad. He was slashing himself with stones and everything. Now, this demon here didn't care about who Jesus was. He didn't care. And Jesus, but you know, the Bible is, that's what I'm saying. The Bible is a highlight, so we don't know what was seen. We don't know. We don't know what was seen. The Bible, you know, it just tells you a highlight of what happened. It doesn't tell you all in depth. But Jesus went over there and he killed the man. And the demon left. So they said he has a demon. That's how he's doing all this stuff. Because he has a demon. They was used to seeing demon-possessed people. That was common in that days, to see a demon-possessed person. Now, today, in 2025, we going back to that. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing people running cars into buildings and all kind of crazy shit. Just the other day, a man jumped on somebody, started biting him, bite his ear off. In New York City, a man hopped on another man and started biting his. This is the Great Tribulation starting. We think so. We think around here, think so. Now, we could be staying corrected. You say Bathsheba was wrong. And that's cool. That's cool. But I tell you what, though. We're seeing shit here, and it's right, and it's fitting. Like a shoe, like a foot in a shoe. But y'all can believe what y'all want. And we gonna believe what we want. And we'll leave it like that. But I'm seeing things the right way. I'm seeing things a different way than you guys now. And I can't explain it. That's what I'm saying. We're not gonna sit around and worry about it. We're not gonna sit around and worry about it. We're going to just carry on, you know, and try to get through this the best way we can. Y'all not, because now, you know why? Because now, I'm not taking nothing for my throat. I'm not going to do it. 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 I'm gonna cough right on the fucking ear. We got our reason. I got my reason. We got our reason. I'm gonna cough on the ear. So, y'all not gonna believe it, dude. Y'all not believing none of this shit, and you know you're not. You know you're not. I can tell you more stuff and more, but you're not gonna believe it. Why even fucking bother? But a lot of shit going on with the airplanes, right? You got all this other stuff going on. And y'all gonna see for yourself. See, the Bible says every knee will bow and confess. So, I ain't gotta tell y'all nothing. But I'm gonna tell you where we stand on it. And I'm telling you all this because right around here at RBT Bathsheba's video too, we're a close-knit group around here, and we're honest with each other. And I'm not going to just show you entertainment and not touch on the world's activities. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not one of these guys that will do that. That will just act like nothing's going on and stuff. Some people left social media, dude. They know they ain't going to know Hollywood. And I told y'all, YouTubers that a long time ago, y'all better get to Hollywood. I knew that was going to happen. That's why I said I want to be in Hollywood. I told y'all that. I said, I ain't trying to be in Hollywood. Y'all didn't believe me. Y'all thought Rashid was full of shit. Well, now you see the reason why. Because everything's falling apart. This is like a new world order that they're trying to usher in here. A brand new world order. And we believe also, just opinionated, that Donald Trump is being used. They're using him. They're making him, they're puppeting him. But that's going to just bring us back to the Holy Scriptures. God's going to put it in man's heart to carry out shit. So, I mean, we can't, everywhere I go, everywhere we go, everywhere we turn, we always come back here to the Holy Scriptures, dude. You see what I'm talking about? I can't go nowhere. Everywhere even if I get political, it's going to come right back to the Bible. Like a yo-yo. It's the weirdest fucking thing. It's driving me crazy in a way, but it's okay. I could, God said He's going to put it in man's heart. So anything I say about the government, it's going to go right there. Everything has a place. We can't run nowhere. We can't hide nowhere. That's just the way it is, man. It's really crazy. It's just freaky. It's freaky. I love it. Loving the fuck out of it because our crank road is broad. And I'm going to leave y'all with this last thing about the Bible. At least we're going to try to anyway. Is that now check this out. Y'all know y'all ain't going to believe this shit. If y'all ain't believe it's okay to sin, I know y'all not going to believe this shit. Anyway, I tell it to you anyway. Now, you know what? That's okay. I ain't gonna do it. Maybe another time, guys. Y'all had enough. Because y'all not gonna believe it anyway. And that's alright. It's not even, don't even worry about it. Y'all not gonna believe that shit. But I tell you what, I think Donald Trump is being puppeted. I think somebody's doing that. I told y'all a long time ago, America's under attack. I told y'all that already. Now y'all see it. Because I told y'all that already. Nobody believed me. America's under attack. And right now it's up to the American people to fight for their country. They don't want to see niggas. They don't want to see chinks. They don't want to see none of it. They want to see white man's bad ass. And they're not seeing it. And that's why they're getting worse. Because white man is showing his ass. And obviously that's what they want. Now the motherfucker's in his face, walking down the street, and he and the white man ain't nowhere to be found. He want to sit back and say all this is getting back white America. I don't know, if that's what they want to think, that's what they want to think. But we know different. People with common sense know different. Getting rid of public television is not getting back white America, dude. Following half the staff on these important jobs is not getting back white America. You can sit back, keep lying to yourself. You can sit back in denial. I've never seen a whole race of people in denial, but they all in denial, going around saying that this is to get back white America. It's not to get back white America. Donald Trump is being used as a felon so they can do their crooked ass shit, and y'all know it. Cut the shit, dude. Cut the shit. So the question is, what we gonna do now? And we fucked because the white man gonna keep saying it's all to get back the golden age of America. How the fuck is it the golden age of America when they rewriting history and teaching the kids on this brand new children shit they got besides PBS? Some old crazy ass shit that slavery is okay and all of this shit. How the fuck is that getting back the golden age of America? It's just fucking crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy shit. But if that's what they want to think, because ain't nobody in their right mind thinking of shit like that. But if that's what they want to think, then let them think shit. We ain't thinking of shit like that. But yeah, back to public television ain't getting back no golden age of America, dude. They want a stupid fucking nation. That's what the fuck we want on here, dude. They want a stupid fucking nation, and they gonna achieve it without no public television, without public television. Now, first thing people think about Sesame Street, it goes deeper than Sesame Street, dude. Deep Sesame Street ain't the only fucking thing on there. You know, it ain't the only show on there. They've been planning this for a long time. They very ingrained with it. So it's nothing nobody really can do about shit, you know. If the white people don't fight for their country, nobody can do it but them because they white. Anybody else don't have a voice. We don't have a voice. Nobody have a voice. But white people. And no white people ain't saying a fucking thing. Not on social media. Nowhere. They ain't saying shit. All they doing is sitting on their ass saying, it's all to get back white America. And we in trouble. Because y'all know that's bullshit. Everybody in their right mind knows that's bullshit. But if that's what they want to do, that's what they want. But it's all bullshit. Ain't no fucking way doing the shit he doing, getting back no fucking white America, dude. He promised low prices and everything. Look at what we paying, dude. How the fuck is they getting back somewhere? Then he gonna go waste his money on an alligator fucking prison, which if they turn around shutting the fuck down. All that money, and yet he's firing people and all this shit to save him money. That don't make sense. I mean, come on, man. Y'all that fucking stupid, dude. But okay, all right, they're fucking. You know, some things. No, listen. Some things in life you gotta accept. And if you gotta accept somebody's scared or fear, there's nothing wrong with being fearful. But know that it's fearful, because if you don't, we are fucked, man. We are fucked. We are. We fucked up bad. But I don't know how he gonna do it in this short. He only got half a term left, probably. So I don't know how anything gonna be done. I wonder what they gonna do for that. So they could get away with shit now, because he's a felon. So they could get away with shit. It was sneaky ass shit. Shiesty fucking shit. Shiesty ass shit, man. So I don't think anybody can do anything about nothing, you know? Nobody can do nothing about nothing but sit back and just hope for the best, you know. But on the spiritual side, we see all kind of, we see our shit. We see God coming in his motherfucker and and kicking ass. That's what we see. And you guys just see political stuff. You know something wrong here. Y'all wondering what's going on. We not wondering shit, because it's all in the Bible what's going to happen in this place. It's all in the Holy Scriptures, dude. So, and y'all against the Bible now, right? Yes, y'all are. Yes, you are. Y'all against Jesus. Y'all hate God and everything else. See, all of that is meant to be. It's meant to be that way. There's a lot I could tell y'all about that, but I'm not going to get into it, because it'll frighten you. And my goal is not to scare nobody, just to let y'all subscribers and y'all Rashid support. This is for Rashid supporters and Rashid subscribers, right, sweetie? They for us, they for you guys. They ain't for other people, man, because I know y'all gonna listen. These other people ain't gonna listen to me. They gonna say I'm full of shit. But when you see days going by, y'all gonna see I'm right. Y'all gonna see I'm right. So I'm not worried about the other people, what they think. I'm really not. So let them talk anything they want. But when they finish talking, they right back in the Great Tribulation, man. They right back in the Great Tribulation. The Bible doesn't tell us. Another thing I wrote, the Bible doesn't tell us what to do right now. Now, Christians believe we're going to be called up to heaven. Christians believe that you're going to turn around. I don't know where the Bible says this. I don't know. I never read it. But they just say you're going to be called up to heaven and all this. And they can't answer questions. If we're going to be called up to heaven, the Bible says we're waiting for a new heavens and a new earth according to His promise. So what heaven is they going to be called up to? Are they sure they're not reading that in a symbolic way? In a symbolic way? Because the Bible is nothing but symbolism. It's not the real thing, dude. There's a lot of symbolism in there that they take in the wrong way. We are waiting for a new heavens and a new earth according to His promise, and into it the righteous is to dwell. Heavens will pass away with a hissing noise. Everybody on earth will see Jesus coming on clouds of glory. So how are they going to go be called up to heaven with all that going on in heaven? They don't know. You ask from each one of them one by one, they have no idea. See, the Bible says the meek shall inherit the earth. That's what the Bible says. The meek shall inherit the earth. See, nothing about meek going to heaven. But if that's what they want to think, so be it. So be it. Jehovah's Witnesses are upset over that generation thing. This generation by no means will pass away till all these things occur. I think that's why a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses became un-Jehovah's Witnesses because of that. Well, how can I say this? The first time, the thought on everybody's head is the right thought. The peace and security was the wrong thought. Now I'm going to wait for a few minutes until you think about that. The first thought was the generation since 1914. That's right. They will not pass away till all these things occur. And they were very, very old. So we had little time left. That was right. It wasn't nothing wrong with that. That was right. That was right. Because you gotta think it went in line with Jesus' prophecies. The only thing we was waiting for is a piece of security. That's the only thing we was waiting for. So the piece of security was talking about people, not, look, let me explain. They will fall away when they start yelling peace is security. They will fall away from the truth. It's saying the peace and security is here on earth already. It ain't in the Bible. It's here. Man has created it. Man has created it. That's what a person gonna say. That's what my mom said when she left the kingdom home. That's what she said. Think about it. Whenever they are saying peace and security, there's sudden destruction will be instantly upon them. Like pains upon a pregnant woman, and they will by no means escape. God, there's no sticking your finger and thumbing God in the face. Everything was here already. We just had to catch up to it. Once we catch up to it, that's when we see what's going on. The world has to be caught up to it. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Okay, let me do this. I know they don't understand. Let me do this. Whenever it is that they are saying peace and security, then sudden destruction will be instantly upon them. Now, what did the book of Revelation bring out? That men will be lovers of themselves, self-assuming, haughty, blasphemy, disobedience to parents, unthankful, disloyal. Whenever they say peace and security, they suck. See the difference? See, that marks the exit from the normal and stepping over to the spiritual. Do you understand now? Everything was man-made. Look, earthquakes, we're used to earthquakes. We're used to pestilence. We're used to disobedience to parents. We're used to haughty, self-esteem. We're used to all of that. We're used to all of that. Now, whenever it is they are saying peace and security, and sudden destruction will instantly, that's spirituality. You're not used to that. So that's why it was stuck right there until man catch up with it. It's talking about individual, not the whole earth. Once man catch up with that, then they will see spirit, and man ain't going for that. Because in order to see that, it's a lot of things gotta happen. Man gotta have a spiritual eye, and man has to admit that its spirit exists. Now, what are the odds of that happening inside a congregation of God? When angels say, let me go down there because the wheat is growing up with the weeds in the congregation. And Jesus said, no, let them grow together. The sheep he going to put in his right hand, the goats he going to put in his left. Now, how is all that going to happen with people in the congregation saying spirit really exists? Explain that. Whenever that is that they say peace and security is stuck with us, you have to believe in spirit for that to happen. Does it make any sense to follow Jehovah God? All these years, did all of a sudden say, man have achieved it, not you, Jehovah? Does that make any sense? When the Bible, the book of Revelation, telling you man gonna do that? Where's the logic in that? Where's the logic at? You already know that's going to happen, right? You're reading it. Now, you going to turn around and do it? And what if a fellow Christian come up to you and say, you know you're fulfilling that scripture right there, saying that man created pieces. That's like the Antichrist coming back. Everybody's scared of the Antichrist. The Antichrist coming. The Antichrist coming. The Antichrist is coming. He's going to maneuver the government. So if the Antichrist came and did that, y'all stupid. Y'all really, people are going to sit back and say, guys, y'all know what that is. He's doing this. Everything he do, people will follow him and say, now you're going to do this. And now you're going to do that. And now who's going to follow him knowing that? He will perform lying signs and deceive everybody, maybe including even the elect. You know about it. So how can you fall into it? You know about it. You that stupid dude? Look, listen. Everything was already here. Man just has to catch up to it. I'll do two more things and that's it. The moon will turn to blood. Right? Okay. They call it blood moon. All we gotta do is catch up with it. The sun will not give its light. Nobody can tell what time of day it is. What day is it right now? What time is it? No, that doesn't go. What's the day's date right now? Right now, what's the day's date? Tomorrow, what day is it? See? The sun not giving his light. I'll show you right on the air. I can't help this, guys. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be a dickhead. Baby, let's just tell them the truth. We're not trying to be a dickhead. This is just the way I'm seeing things for some fucking strange reason, and it's driving me fucking crazy. But it's okay. I can handle it. It's no problem. It's no problem. I could be crazy, and guess what? We could be dead wrong. And because of that, this conversation is over. Because I ain't gonna talk no more. Because I don't fucking like being looked at like I'm fucking nuts, dude. I don't fucking like it. It's a very uncomfortable feeling. It's like having your shit pushed back up in your ass. I don't like it. It feels really fucking bad. I don't like it. I'm not a fucking crazy ass, alright? I just can't help but see things this way. I can't help it. Don't look at me like I'm a fucking dickhead. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm learning we're maintaining around here. We're maintaining. But everything has to be getting caught up. You have to catch up with everything. That piece of security is an individual. For individuals like Hardy, Sudi, Hardy, assuming lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God, having a form of godly devotion, or proving false's power. Whenever there is that same piece of security, there's something that's right there. It's the same thing. Once man catch up with it, they'll see spirit. That's the one thing right there that you cross over to spirituality. Right. It's the same thing if it happened the way people thinking also. The Jehovah's Witnesses thinking also. Because in order to say that, you have to see spirituality. You have to. If you went back to the original formatation, like man made an announcement, we now have peace. And you say, okay, it's done, all right. Okay then. So you have to see it right then. That's just showing you that. Well, I'm not going to do that because that's close to placing judgment. So I'm not going to say that because it's close to placing judgment, and I'm not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So, I don't know. What time is it? How long have we been talking? I can't even read that. Well, we'll talk about 10 minutes more, and then that's it. So, in summary, I hope y'all understand what I'm talking. I can't go into depth about it with you guys because it would take too long. And I know it sounds crazy, and I know it sounds insane, the whole thing, but that's what life is. And the whole thing about God, Jesus, is like that. And this is just one excuse or reason probably out of a million. So you'll go to somebody else right now on social media and they say, no, this is what's going on. Then you go to somebody else and they'll say, no, this is what's going on. So just look at this like just one penny in a fucking thing. I'm a broadcaster, I'm an animator, and that's what we do around here. So don't get no don't fucking think I'm no guru and all that shit. Don't fuck with me like that. Don't fuck with me like that. No offense, don't fuck with me like that. I'm not a fucking crazy ass dude. So that's just one of the we're celebrating because our deliverance is here. The United States of America was only like that so the good news of the kingdom will be preached in all the heaven and earth. That's why the Soviet Union got destroyed. That's why the Berlin Wall came down. All that came when the United States of America was together. If the United States of America had Donald Trump for president, do you think the Soviet Union would have ever got destroyed? Or the Berlin Wall would have came down? They probably would have doubled the Berlin Wall. They would have doubled that shit. All that happened when the United States was a different way. You see? All that happened when the United States was a different way. And that was, the United States was like that, so the good news of the kingdom had to be preached and all that. And that's why it was made in the first place. But God had a message about it. God said, the disgusted thing standing in the holy place. So God sees something about the United States right there. See, something was already waiting there. Yeah. The Bible said nation gonna rise up. It'll be the most powerful nation in the world, and everybody gonna fall and give homage to it. But it's the disgusting thing standing in the holy place because you're supposed to be looking at God for that. not the United States. But since the United States is built on Christian value, it took from the Bible and said we will beat our swords into plowshares. That's a direct insult to God. So God calls it a disgusting thing, standing in a holy place. That means instead of people looking at the United States, you're supposed to be looking at God. That's what that means. Now, before you get upset, before you criticize, don't get mad at me. Look around at other faiths and other beliefs, and they'll tell you the same thing. You'll see. You'll see. It ain't just me talking shit. They're right. That's what it says. It's not just us. It's everybody. That's what it says. And y'all see when you go look around. So, man has to catch up to all of that. Once mankind as a whole, catch up to all of that, they're going to see the Great Tribulation start. Do y'all understand now? No? Maybe? Y'all going to say no, because he was on God's way or the world's way. One or the other. There's no in between. So if you don't believe it, you're going to just get saved by sheep full of shit, yada, yada, yada. Just like a normal person. For us, for our part around here, we're going to continue to celebrate because we believe that this is the Great Tribulation starting. So, believe what y'all want, and yeah, complicated shit. Sin is pleasurable. Everything sinful God made. So God's saying, okay, now y'all can do it. It's okay. Because y'all going to need it to help y'all get by for what's going on. God never said in his kingdom sin will be, where in the Bible says sin will be no more. Where? My baby laughing. Where does it say in the Bible that sin will be no more? Where? Where to? I'm not shitting y'all. There's nowhere in the Bible to say man gonna be sin free. Ever. That's right, sweetie. Nowhere it says man will be sin free. Nowhere. We still gonna be sinning. And God ain't really gonna cut the sacrifice over with now. So how are we gonna ask for forgiveness of sin? How? In the middle of God's kingdom, we still sinning. Forgive me for what I'm doing. Come on, y'all. This world is in for a big surprise, dude. But I'm not gonna get into that. Y'all, all that, what they call it, doomsday bullshit. I don't fuck around with that. I don't care about that. I just can't help what we see around here. I don't care. I don't go for that doomsday shit. This is a time for rejoicing. It ain't a time for doomsday. It's a doomsday cult and all this doomsday talk and shit. Fuck all that. We don't do all that shit. We don't do it. I just can't help seeing what we think. I can't help that. So believe what you want. I thought I'd come on the air because we got a lot of feedback of peace and security and a sudden destruction. Yeah, anybody that yells peace and security will get their ass kicked. There was a race car driver that won a race. As soon as he stuck his hands up in the air, he fell right in his hands. That was just stupid. Anybody that yells peace and security will get their ass kicked. It's that simple because the world is turning to the days when people was used to seeing demon-possessed people. That's why them plagues didn't faze Pharaoh and Moses. They don't play because they was used to seeing shit like that. The world is returning to that. under the law of Christ that put an end to all that. But now it's returning. But y'all, I ain't going through all that shit, because y'all not gonna, I'm wasting my fucking time over here, and I don't even care. Guys, I'm gonna leave it like this. Our next open another window will be a little bit more entertaining than this, I guess. But at least we have something to look at. You know, I'm not disappearing from you guys. And maybe we'll talk about some things, some animation and stuff later. Y'all would like that? Some animation. Don't take it to heart everything I'm saying. This is all opinionated stuff, guys. It's all our opinion. We could be dead wrong with everything. Which some of y'all say, Rashid, you are. But we're going to go ahead and believe what we believe. So, thanks for tuning in and listening. And maybe, I don't know. I was about to say maybe we could go in depth one day about it. But I'm not going to say that. I'll just leave it like that. Thanks for tuning in. And maybe we'll have some fun next time, okay? Y'all have a nice evening, and don't be afraid. Well, I'm not going to say that because there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on right now, but because they closed down that Alcatraz alligator thing, that's a spiritual message to us that Donald Trump is not in charge here, dude. And y'all know that. So, about that white American thing, if that's what y'all believe it. But because of stuff like that, it's a message that he is not in charge of this shit. Somebody else doing this. Hands down. So, y'all, you know, believe what y'all want. And we out of here. We talk to y'all later. Bye. Well, I'll talk to y'all later anyway. Bye.